Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Hello, and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and I hope you're as limbered up as I am right now, because today's episode is basically a sexy ballet for your ears. My guest and I are reviewing the romantic suspense Death Dancer by Tara Lain. It is the second book in the Dangerous Dancers series, and it is currently $3.99. It's about a beautiful but edgy ballet dancer who finds himself in the middle of a murder investigation led by an oh-so-sexy detective. So I couldn't have had a more perfect guest for this episode. Joining me today is actor, writer, and comedian Mike Rose. He's appeared in The Comeback and is the creator of the animated series Planet Unicorn. And his experience as a professional dancer added so much insight in our discussion about this super hot book. So please enjoy this review of Death Dancer. Mike Rose. Welcome to Too Stupid to Live.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited you're here. I am so excited we are reading this book and we're reviewing it together. But before we begin, I always ask my guest, have you, before this book, ever read a romance novel before?
I have not.
This is your first one.
Some gay erotica, but that was I don't know that it fits it was more like short stories.
Mm-hmm.
But now
we have covered gay erotica short stories. Do you recall one in particular?
Not really. I don't at all. I was probably a kid when I remember what was it called? It might even be over here. It might even be over here in my bookcase. No, I don't see it. But it was just no plot, just some dirty sex stuff.
Dirty sex stuff.
Not even really, but when I was probably 19, I thought I was ooh.
Edgy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of romance readers read romance to have a nice a light reading session, just a nice escapist thing to just take a break from everyday life. What is something that you like doing that falls under that same category?
I like to do Pilates.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because you used to be a dancer.
I used to be a professional dancer. All of this
Ring true.
Really brought back a lot of stuff. Well, what is definitely like, being gay and being a dancer, just like all the locker room stuff, tights, men in tights, their dressing rooms getting undressed, dance belts, all that stuff. It's they really captured that. Tara Lain really captured that. And what is Tara doing? Like, what was she really wanted to write some gay erotica.
I think so. I think,
A lot of women like gay porn, right?
I
hear that
guess
some
so.
women watch
Yeah.
gay porn.
Mhm. Well, I did find this like very sexy, this
Mm-hmm.
book, and
Yeah.
but I do know women who watch gay porn, straight women who watch gay porn, and I know it's a thing, and I guess
thing.
Tara is gonna take that love and expand it to a series of novels about the New York Ballet Theater.
The New York, I love the NYBT.
Yeah, which was really, what is it, the ABT?
Yeah, or like New York City Ballet.
Okay, yeah.
And ABT.
That's what I thought. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Did you, please tell me you've seen Center Stage like 100 times.
I have seen Center Stage, yes.
Because I know that's ABC and it's based on ABT.
Yeah, it's so funny. And I dated a guy at Juilliard when I moved to New York when I was 19 to rehearse for this national tour that I was doing. And I met him. He went to Juilliard, and we like had our like young love affair. And what would they say? There was, before ABT was the School of American Ballet, and that was like if you wanted to be an ABT or anything, it was just a really strong training program. And the nickname for it was School of Anorexia and Bulimia.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but they kind of wore that proudly, I think. And I would hear stories about ballerinas just eating wet tissues with Sweet and Low.
Oh my God.
To like, just to satisfy their hunger.
Oh God.
But it was funny. I did Sky Tony, and and I would sleep over in his dorm in this tiny, tiny room with his like dorm mate. We gave each other hickeys on the subway.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
What
No
nice,
murder. There was no murder.
What?
No,
What
none
a
at all.
nice New York romance, though. This is a weird question, but like, were there any like male dancers in the world who had eating disorders, or was it like mostly female?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that much work, men probably have it easier in terms of, keeping weight off. But for sure. And not even just dancers. I remember in high school, a friend of mine was in the wrestling team, and he like wouldn't eat for days to stay in his weight class. So definitely that was a thing. I'm sure a lot of people just naturally have certain types of bodies. And like it was mentioned in the book, you could study ballet your whole life, but if your body just isn't right for it, you're not going to do that classical, like ballet company work.
Yeah, I did ballet up until I was 14.
Yeah.
And so it's like, believe me, and I'm kidding. Like, I know. I was a candy cane in the Nutcracker. I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, ballet is such a cult. It's such a like different thing. I went to performing arts high school, and I was in the commercial dance department, which was like, jazz, tap, ballet, modern, some ballet. But then there was the classical department, which was like a lot of ballet. And I would go there, and it was such a different vibe. Like those girls were like, serious.
And then right after high school, you went to New York. Can you describe your dancing career a little bit?
Well, right after high school, I was going to go to Cal State Long Beach. Interestingly enough, I would dance at Cal State Long Beach during high school because that's where the classical department for my high school was. And there were like these college men dancers, and I loved being in the locker room with them. And I would just like see them naked and like their beautiful bodies and just be like, can I like smell their tights from here? So there was lots of that coming up throughout the book of just like the sexiness of like dance belts and like dance wear and, the like my sexual adolescence was like so wrapped up in dance,
Yeah. So you related to the book a lot.
Yeah. So my dance career, so after high school, I did a scholarship program at a dance studio in Hollywood called Edge Performing Arts Center.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a year-long program. Prior to that, I had already started dancing professionally. I was dancing at Disneyland. My very first job ever was in the Lion King Celebration Parade. I was a dancing zebra.
Oh my God.
And not only was I a dancing zebra, I was the lead zebra in the pack of zebras and cheetahs by the Pride Rock float. And it's, the whole Disney, like, dance entertainment world. I remember auditioning, and my friend was already in it, but I had turned 16, so now I could work at Disneyland. I went to audition, and at the end, they hand you, like, a 3x5 card, which has your role and, like, your days off. So I got a card that said zebra number 3, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And everyone was like, oh, that's the best part. So, like, I'd really started with a bang. And a lot of people, I love that, like, people hated me because I was 16 and I had the, like, it was called point because I was the point of the formation.
Okay.
So I was point. But it was so fun, and it was, like, grueling. Not while you're 16, you don't know, but you're literally dancing for, like, an hour and a half in the sun in a velour bodysuit. Yeah, that was my first job. And then I went on scholarship, and so I had to not dance professionally for a year. And then after that, I did some jobs. I remember my first job that I booked after scholarship was a trade show in Vegas called Ski Dazzle.
Ooh.
And it's for, like, ski wear, ski products, and, like, this whole convention in Vegas. And I auditioned for it, and Jerry Evans was choreographing it, who choreographed The Mask.
Okay.
And a lot of other things, so many things. And I was so excited because he is, at the time he was a really big choreographer. And I was the number 1 male pick for that job.
Oh my God, I am sitting with...
My agent was like, they wanted to tell me that you were the number 1 choice for guys for the project. I was like, great. And then shortly after that, this is a great story. Still at Disney, because I was like, I gotta, make money. And I auditioned for this parade, the Christmas parade, which I'd never done, but I wanted to do. And everyone told me, like, oh, you're gonna be in court, which was like the court dancers, the fancy court dancers. So I'm like, great. Do the audition. I'm great in it. I tended to have a lot more technique and ability than a lot of people who danced at Disney. You didn't necessarily need to be a professional dancer to be dancing there. And so, again, with this 3x5 card at the end, giving you your part. And the assistant choreographer for this project, this guy Denny, who had already known me, he handed me this card that said gingerbread, like number 2 or something. He's like, and he said, are you even going to take this? Like, it was not a good part. And I don't know why. Like, I was able to do things that they asked for in the choreography that no one else could do. So I was like, oh, I guess, whatever. I wasn't going to be like, I'm refuse. But the choreographer, I guess she didn't know me, or I don't know, she didn't like me or liked other people. Who knows? So then I had just saw in, like, backstage that there was an audition for a national tour of Fame, the musical. And the audition was on my birthday. And I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to get this. And so I'd already been cast as a gingerbread person. And then I booked this national tour, and boy, did I really enjoy calling and leaving a voicemail for Stacy, the choreographer. And I said, Stacy, it's Mike Rose, and I thank you so much for casting me in the role of Gingerbread, but I just booked a first American national tour of a musical, so I will be unable to fulfill that. And that's, like, one of my proudest moments, just as a person.
Right. Yeah, you should. What was her name? Stacy.
Stacy something, and everyone sort of made fun of her. Not that I did, but, like, people, she was the butt of some jokes.
Right. Well, I am so impressed. Like, what a cool way to, like, start off in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
How did you transition over to, like, acting and comedy and stuff?
Well, like I said, I did that scholarship program in, like, what would you call it? My scholarship, like, advisor, like, the head of it, who was, like, also one of the co-owners of the studio. He said, I mean, I would do impressions of like teachers in the studio. I would read an LA Weekly, like it was a family album, and I would just say, oh, well, that's my cousin, and she's looking for work, and you can go down there, and you can find like all those stripper things, and but people thought I was funny, and so he said you should go to the Groundlings, and I had no idea what that was aside from Sherry O'Terry and Will Ferrell, and so I was like, okay, I'll go. I was 18. I was like, well, I'll do anything. And then I went and I just started taking classes there, and that was kind of it. It just sort of evolved. And then I took a couple classes there, and then I went on tour with Fame. I did that for about 2 years, and then I left to come back and went back to the Groundlings.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I am sitting next to the Valentin A. Alto of Disney Parade, the Lion King performance. So, the book we are reviewing today is Death Dancer by Tara Lain. It is the second book in the Dangerous Dancers series.
Yes.
I'll just read a quick synopsis that I wrote. So if it's inaccurate, you can hands down help me out here. Okay, so 21-year-old Valentin A. Alto, hope that's how it's pronounced, is on his way to being a dance prodigy at the New York Ballet Company if it weren't for the douchey lead dancer Harry Hardesty taking his well-deserved roles. But when Hardesty winds up dead following the murder of other dancers, Val winds up as a suspect. But the only one who knows he's innocent is the gorgeous detective Andrew Preston. But can these two solve the case if the only thing they're thinking about is dancing a naked pas de deux?
Great. That was great.
There's going to be a lot of ballet references.
In the dance world, we just call it a pas.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're doing the pas.
Wow.
Let's rehearse the pas.
Rehearse the pas. You know what? I see that being a thing. Okay, so let's look at the cover. I'm so curious to
I love the cover. I'm very attracted to him. He's got a great flexible lower back. I never had that.
No.
I can't tell how tall he is. He looks like he's short here, and I'm going to say he probably wouldn't be, whoever this model is, he wouldn't be a lead in the company.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
pretty close.
Oh yeah, I think it's a beautiful cover. I think as a romance reader, there's so many covers where it's just like a dude with his shirt off.
Yeah, really grand, airbrushed.
Totally. And to like see something different and see something like so like beautiful.
If you're listening, see maybe there'll be a graphic with this.
Oh sure, I'll share a graphic.
But it's a dancer, he's in releve, he's in passe, and his arch is backed all the way. One arm is reaching back, one arm is reaching up, but it's not a hard reach. It's just hand is just like, it's a soft hand.
It's a soft hand. He also has tattoos on his arms.
Oh, yes. And then there's a beautiful, like, washed blue backdrop.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I like that he also has like a bulging vein in his perfect calf muscle.
Yeah, that calf muscle is nice. I can't believe there isn't a bulge in his crotch after what is so discussed. His bulge is discussed so much in the book.
That was actually my tagline that I came up with for the book. But my tagline was, his feet aren't the only thing that's dancing. Because everyone's talking about, he's constantly thinking about the different types of moves his dick is doing.
His dick is doing, yeah. His dick is doing the pas, entrechat, pas. I loved all the dance moves. And I when that old joke, when a guy's having sex, he doesn't want to come. Let me think of baseball. Let me think of my mom. He's thinking of his ballet steps.
Yeah, which I think I might read aloud later. Because I thought that was so funny. Okay. Do you have a tagline?
Do you want me to? Yeah.
For Death Dancer.
Death Dancer. Get balleted.
I love that. That is so fantastic. Okay. So before we read our excerpts, I just have a quick question for you. Like, do you think overall this author like knows the world of ballet? Like, do you think when you were reading it, it felt like, oh yeah, this person like knows this world?
I was often thinking that it's the things she decided to sort of, I don't know, use and highlight. It's like she knows something and she just referred to those over and over. So she definitely knows something. And I think she has a grasp on it. I mean, for me, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
So, do you have a section of the book
Yes.
that you would like to read aloud?
It's actually like the beginning.
Okay,
It's
cool.
like so what you don't know here, should I say, like from the perspective? Okay, there's murder, and what in the beginning you don't know whose perspective this is from, but it's from the murderer who is watching a potential, victim. Let's see. He watched the two young men laugh and dance their way down the street toward his hiding place. Donald, pretty and blonde, which disguised his black heart, walked with his splayed turnout feet of his warped, ungrateful profession. Oh, baby, you're so damn pretty, the clumsy, jockish-looking one moaned. Pervert. Donald danced backwards, bowing as he skipped. Thank you, kind sir. Can't you come home with me, please? Donald giggled. You know I can't. They check the beds at midnight. Someday when I get out of the Corps, I'll have more freedom. Meanwhile, be patient. We'll fuck next week when I get a day off. Jesus, what do you expect me to do until then? We all know why Mother Nature made good right hands, darling. He stuck out his lip. Or you can go find someone else with a lovely ass to ream. Jesus, after that ass, how can I go back to ordinary? That's the question, isn't it? He laughed melodiously. Okay, give me a kiss and let me walk the rest of the way alone. No use attracting suspicion. The big one wrapped his arms around Donald and kissed him while rutting disgustingly against his hips.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the one.
That was great. I thought it was like a really good, enticing introduction to this story,
and a good introduction to how she's coloring and describing the sex.
Yeah, I think she does a great job writing sex. Okay, so the part I chose was when he was like saying all the dance moves. This is okay. So I feel like Valentin, I'm just gonna say Val because I'm worried I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. But he's like this young hotshot of the company. He's like the bad boy of ballet, even
because he has tattoos and his hair is something.
Yeah, he has like one of those like cool side shaved haircuts. Yeah. So real bad. And he's suspected of murder, and this detective Andrew Preston, who is like very professional, very shy, very quiet, is investigating, and they of course are attracted to each other. And finally, when they have sex in Val's gorgeous studio apartment, his brownstone apartment.
Yeah.
Suddenly, like Andrew Preston just like comes alive.
He's completely different.
Yes, and I thought that was so fascinating. He suddenly becomes like this dom, and like he like you would never would expect that underneath.
Yeah, it's like the role reversal of the status, really changes.
Yeah, I found it like the most intriguing part. So they're having sex, and this is Andrew telling Val, "Don't come." What? It came out as a wail. Not until I tell you to. I'm having a little party back here in this ass. Just hold on. Val gritted his teeth. Shit. His balls kept bubbling and trying to pull up, ready to explode. Entreshot, bourrée, entreshot, arabesque. He plotted the dance moves in his mind and controlled his breathing. Andrew shortened his strokes. Little rabbit fucks plowed right over Val's gland. Your dog's really getting excited. Oh, God. Don't come. But don't. He pictured his feet and watched them move through steps and patterns. Think. Don't feel. Don't. Oh, God. No. Andrew's fingers slid into his ass beside the pummeling cock. Can't. You can. Lips on his earlobe brought Val's head up, then teeth dug into his neck. A shot of pain ripped through the ecstasy in his asshole, and Andrew grabbed his cock, squeezed it hard, and whispered, "Do it."
And he did.
He did, and what a cum it was.
For someone who doesn't want him to come, to add your finger to your dick in his butt is, that's not helping. That's not helping the situation.
No, he's like totally toying with him, which again is interesting because you see like this, like there's also a playful side to Preston when he's having sex.
What I found interesting after all that talk leading up to it about his butt, Valentine's butt, he didn't eat his ass.
No, I guess there was no ass.
I was like, that's got to be coming soon.
Yeah, that was the one thing that's been missing. Yeah, because I guess I was expecting like different things, like I don't know, like that one scene where they have that fight and then they come back in, and I don't know the phrase for it, but when they like are jerking each other off through the door, I was like, oh, cool, they're like mixing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, how did you feel about the plot of the story?
I thought the plot was pretty interesting. It felt like an episode of SVU or something. It's so funny because he's Finnish, right? And then Ilka, is she Finnish or maybe she's Swedish? Very interesting names.
Oh, there were so many interesting names. I did think Russian for a second, but I assumed that. But yeah, maybe she's Swedish. She was an interesting character because I almost suspected her as the murderer at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was pretty, quick to figure out who may have done it.
Really? When did you figure it out?
Once we started seeing Willie.
Oh, yeah.
And his behavior. Yeah. Not so much the prop master.
Yeah.
Until the end, but as soon as Willie started being who he was and he had that weird dinner with Val, I was like, oh, he's the one.
Yeah, I definitely thought that he at least murdered Harry. Because in that scene, Willie and Val are like, Willie's like this 17-year-old son of one of the people who help run the ballet.
Yeah, one of the, bigwigs.
Yeah, who is for some reason homophobic. And Willie is in love with Val, and they have this dinner, and Val's like, hey, is everything okay, Willie? And he's like, I'm in love with someone, and one day we're gonna be together. And it's like, Val, you didn't see that as weird?
Who is it? And then he just changes the subject, but then doesn't go back to it. I'd be like, no, going back to who you're in love with.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah. And it's like, why are you looking at me weird and winking? I thought the thing with the prop master being the one who did it, while I thought it was interesting that the person who was aiding and abetting him is his mom, who you think is this nice old lady in his apartment, it did feel to me, I'm like, oh, him? I was expecting a major character.
Yeah, because we didn't witness him being upset or even getting a lot of, guff from people except, Harry.
Harry, yeah.
Which is oh, well, no one likes him.
Yeah.
I did, once they started talking about not being able to sleep where they drugged, I was like, oh, the cookies.
Yeah. I did figure, because it was there was a while where she kept I'm like, this bitch is feeding him a lot of cookies.
And she was there too much. And that's the thing. She wouldn't have lasted long with me. I would have been like, no, thank you, Cassandra. No, you can't come in. No, I don't want any cookies. I'm not telling you anything about my life.
Not if she was like, oh, I'm so lonely. No, I have all these cookies and
what do I do?
no one to eat them. But I kind of knew she was in on it because there were some moments where she was climbing up the stairs with 3 grocery bags.
Oh yeah, when she was like, oh, she's fine doing that.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I can do it. And I'm like, okay, there's really something wrong. I was expecting she would either kill who's after Val, and that would be a cool old lady stabbing moment or something, or she's the one who is doing it.
So in the club, when Jolie is talking to that guy, is that Junior, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to ask you, there are people who are like Harry in the ballet world, right?
Oh, yeah.
And but no one obviously is plotting murder.
Well, I mean, I don't think so, but ballet is really cutthroat, you know, and you're working your whole life for this, It's so funny because they're like, don't get your hopes set on a specific thing, but like then people wouldn't even pursue this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no one's like, everyone's going after that. And yeah, so he's a jerk. There's plenty of dancers who are jerks and, haughty.
Yeah. Did you find it like believable that like Val is 21 years old and he is like it's like principal dancers are the number one, right? And then it's like featured or something. Like could a 21-year-old be a principal?
Potentially, it depends on, his look and if he looks like he can play those roles, like the leading male roles in ballets. He could potentially, and with the backstory of being alone for so long. But yeah, that he was so young. That was kind of like, oh, he's really young.
Yeah, I was very jealous that a 21-year-old had a beautiful brownstone.
And did he have any that too? Did he have any faults? Like, he was a little too good for me.
Yeah. Well, this is what bothered me about him was that they were like, he's the bad boy of ballet. But he really wasn't because he was like really nice to the company members. There was that one scene where like he goes across the street to a bar and he orders a vodka and like can't swallow it because he doesn't drink. And I'm like, he's not a bad boy.
It's like, and he even says like, oh, people think I have a bad reputation, but really I don't drink a lot.
And it's like, why though?
Yeah, because you have tattoos.
What did you think of Andrew Preston?
Oh, I loved him.
Oh, me too.
Val, I was like, no, I wasn't into him. If I were going to be into anyone, I would be into Andrew for sure.
Yeah, I thought Andrew was great. There was one moment where he was like, I need to meet with Val to learn more about the ballet world. And it's like, we obviously know that's not why, but he was like, you thought that he really did not know that an arty world would be cutthroat.
Yeah. Or maybe he was pretending not to know because he was trying not to be so gay.
Yeah, there was something about how he felt so closeted in the department.
It was at work, but it seemed in general too, because even his partner was like, what are you about? You know? And why would you be afraid to talk to her about that or
because she's gay,
be out with, I don't know. I guess he's a cop. He's buttoned up. He's keeping to himself.
Yeah, which again made the sex scene so interesting. And I was
how old was he?
He was. I mean, it's a romance novel, so probably 28. Maybe 30s.
Yeah.
I don't know. People usually tend to stay on the young side, so they're young and sexy and beautiful. But yeah, again, the way he was just so confident in bed, it was an interesting thing because he just came across as he wouldn't be I don't know, experienced or still self-conscious of himself.
Well, he was into being in control of things. Yeah. That was his sort of plot characteristic that he, had chaos growing up, so he wanted everything to be orderly.
Yeah. What did you think about some of the side characters, the news reporter who
I loved, what was his name?
It was Mac
McMillan. Mac McAllister.
Oh, McAllister, yeah.
And then what was his husband's name?
Gosh.
Something Medvedev.
Yeah, what was that? I wrote it. Trelane
Medvedev.
Yeah.
And then their secret third husband, Daniel.
Yeah.
I loved them. I was waiting for them to have sex with Val.
Oh,
I was like, well, that's going to happen, right?
I was completely expecting that because they were both flirting with him and I was like, oh, we're going to have a nice group sex scene in the end.
Yeah, because I was waiting for more sex, actually. I was waiting for a lot more sex because I wanted sex with people who weren't just the leads, just some random sex scene between, it could have been one of the, what's his name?
The grandma.
Willie's dad. It could have just been a weird blowjob with Willie's dad and one of the ballerinas.
Yeah. I mean, that's so interesting because I don't think I've ever come across a romance. Well, no, that's not true. I feel like most romance novels, the sex is always between our protagonists, but maybe on occasion, I have read something else. But yeah. What did you think about the way, at the end when Treylon and Mac and Val had that like ruse to like
Pretend he's
to
dead.
pretend he's dead.
I was like anxious about that when they started talking about that. I'm like, what? Which made me think that maybe Mac was gonna kill him or something.
Oh, I did think that, yeah.
Because then the secret of Daniel, and and I thought Trelane might want him to get him out of the way, and like if we celebrate him and do this story, no one's gonna suspect us. So that kept popping into my head. Wait, what was the question?
How you felt about their like little.
Oh yeah, that
like,
was so weird. I would have been like, what?
It made me very anxious because I was just like picturing like Andrew finding Val's dead body and then like suddenly pulling out his gun and being like, okay, who the fuck did this? And like making a really dangerous mistake thinking that Val was dead.
It's so funny because it was such a like dud of a thing once it happened. It was like, what's going on out here? They heard from the office. And it was so quick that I was like, oh, they got through that really quick.
Yeah.
And it worked. And Willie was there.
It's so funny because it's like they got a makeup artist to like make him look dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, makeup looks like makeup, and like.
Can you imagine a makeup artist like, I did that my friend for Halloween. I did this person for a magazine. This was a ruse to make someone look dead in hopes of uncovering a murder at Loose.
Oh my God, you're hired.
You're hired. You got a great book.
Yeah, I love your look. So what were some of your favorite parts of the story?
I loved their first date, the dinner date at the Mediterranean place.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. Again, I really liked Andrew, and like him blushing and him being suggestive, Val being suggestive to him and being flirty, and like that was really hot to me.
Yeah, with Andrew, I thought like some of the dialogue in this book I thought was fantastic. And like Andrew like always had like these funny lines of like, Val being like, so are you going to be done with your shift on Friday? And like Andrew would be like, I work all shifts. You know what I mean? Like those like cop-based like lines of dialogue.
Oh yeah, he was such a cop.
Yeah, he was very cop-like. And what were some other parts?
Let's see. Well, when he is describing what he's seen when he first sees him in the dressing room and he sees him naked, and that was really hot. I loved all the stuff with what's her name?
Not Cassandra. Or
Irina.
Irina, yeah.
I loved her immediately. That's who I would be friends with. And yeah, Irina, I'd be friends with all her stuff. I would love to have more about her.
Yeah, I wonder if she has a book, like in the series or something, would be great.
Like her, what's she like?
Her in like a
28, or she's like 32, and she's like the aging ballerina.
She needs to quit and teach ballet in a suburb somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. She was like kind of a no bullshit character, which was nice. What were some things that I liked when they were like eating food and like I thought that was like really sexy when they would like, I think it was that one scene where they would like feed each other.
Oh yeah, when he made him taste the dessert.
Yeah.
And then he put his fingers back in his mouth after he ate from his fingers.
I know, how sexy was that?
And I think because they created Andrew as so like straight-laced, for him to do that, it was like, oh boy. And then he just walked him home and they didn't have sex. I know, it was like kind of polite. I liked how when Andrew was driving him home, he was like, I'm going to play classical music because I know that Val does classical ballet. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. But I also think, like, why wouldn't they just have sex, like, immediately? What restraint? What restraint?
I mean, yeah, agreed. I feel like maybe it was in terms of, like, oh, well, we can't just get to the sex right away. We gotta, like, really kind of, like, tell the readers to don't come, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Tara Lain was telling us not to come.
Yeah. That should be the tagline, like, death dancer, don't come.
Don't come.
What was the like most ridiculous part of this book to you?
The most ridiculous. Just the witty banter between everyone, between Andrew and Val and Jolie. Just like, this is how people talk. This is how these artists talk. They're quick.
Yeah.
So that was, and it always would go on a little too long. And I'm like, oh, okay. In terms of ridiculous, though, that a prop master would have so much to do
Oh my God, yes. It made it seem like being a prop master
is a very integral part of a ballet company.
Yeah. Because it is just like, oh my God, like so much stuff comes into play in this theater, and you think about that, but then I'm like, oh wow, yeah, like, and why is he so mad? Like, he doesn't even like interact. Like, he's mad at Harry because he like dropped a prop or something,
Yeah.
and it's like, this is like making you go on a murderous rampage.
Yeah, totally, with your mom.
Yeah. And then the reason that they like went after Val was that what was it that they were jealous that they couldn't do the kill?
Because it was because of Val that Willie killed Harry.
Yes.
And
okay.
Junior really wanted to kill Harry. He wanted to see like the fear in his eyes. Also, that was really funny. I like that they talked about how the dancers had to have a certain amount of calluses on their feet. That's real. The ballerinas' feet are, terrible. They're terrible. And that he came and he had all his like fingernail clippings and callus shavings on his tights. That was so gross.
Disgusting. Ugh.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clip my calluses over his tights.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
And then he fashioned some out of toilet paper or something.
Yeah, like he made
a
like
weird
a
little penis and cut a hole in it. That'll get him. That'll really get him. That'll really show him.
Yeah, again, this is the bad boy of ballet that's doing this. And it's like, you're like a 12-year-old doing this who just learned what a dick was, you know. Yeah, that was silly. I thought something that was silly in this world was, and I could be wrong, but it was like everyone in New York loved the ballet and like knew ballet and like in the train they'd be like, Val.
Oh, you're Val.
Yeah, and it's like,
you're Tara Medvedev.
yeah, like they were like these huge celebrities, which I liked, but you know, is that realistic? I don't know.
No, it's not.
I didn't want to insult you.
No one
You were
knows.
like, ballet is like that.
No, like no one knows Dusty Buttons. Do you know who Dusty Buttons is?
No.
She's ballerina. Do you know who Sylvie Guillaume is?
I do know who that is.
Sylvie Guillaume,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even know.
But there's Misty Copeland.
Misty Copeland, yeah.
She's huge. And then Baryshnikov.
Baryshnikov, yeah. And there wasn't a straight ballet man in there.
No, there wasn't.
So they just meant like all the ballet men are gay.
Yeah. Was Harry, yeah.
Well, maybe Harry wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if they said if Harry was gay.
Yeah, I don't think they said, but he seemed like they said he wasn't that attractive. He, he's like probably good enough, but no like real grit,
Right. He was just like a
But that's kind of, men don't get to do a lot. Kind of throw the woman around and make her look amazing.
That's the role. But they're just like, they're so beautiful.
I wish it was crazier. I wish there were more, like you said, like, that's silly. You put your fingernail clippings on his tights? That's stupid.
Like, I wanted, like, Val should, like, ride a motorcycle and get in bar
Ride a
fights
motorcycle
and,
like, spit in someone's face.
yeah. Like, get in trouble with people. Like, everyone liked him, and I think that I had trouble, except for Harry, but that was, like, Harry shit, Like, he never, like, Val, who is 21, just, like, has this shit together.
He really did, yeah. He was even-tempered, He's like, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. He didn't fly off the handle. Yeah, I wanted, like, maybe some wilder moments.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What did you think about, like, Val's backstory like when he like called his parents on the phone and and he was like, why didn't you guys raise me? Because he was from Finland. He came here, lived with his aunt, became a ballet dancer.
Ages 6, his parents sent him here to New York.
Yeah.
Did he not, he talked, he went on the phone, he said, we haven't spoken for months.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not common for me to not speak to my mom. Or it would be uncommon for me to not speak to my mom pretty regularly.
Right.
I don't know. It was sort of like, it sort of was there to contrast Andrew Preston's upbringing. But it was all right. They seemed like a bit sedated. Like, why didn't you? Well, we wanted to do this. If you ever feel in love, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was such a weird
All right, that seems pretty. Okay, Mom.
Yeah, he was like, I haven't talked to my mom in a while. Hi, Mom. Mom, like, why didn't you rate? And it's like, whoa, are you? And I was like, how are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
and she just launched right into an answer.
Yeah, and it just like, I thought that conversation was like saccharine, but in the end, when Val, takes on the role that Harry had, which was Romeo and Romeo and Juliet, and his parents fly out and see it.
Andrew did that.
Andrew did that. I mean, what a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
I really felt my heartstring was.
That was so
tugged.
sweet.
It was very sweet. Did you like the ending? Did you like the happily ever after?
I did like the ending. It was sweet because I guess I was just really into Andrew and like him being this great guy.
Yeah.
But I loved like when he called him his Romeo. That was very sweet. And again, teasing with the like, I'm gonna hop in the shower. We better not hop in together, or else we'll never make it. But at least something there. Like, yeah, I think a big fetish with gay men, I think, is like growing up, underwear and things like that, and like maybe smelling someone's underwear. I wish there was some of that thrown in there. Some, like, if we could find Willie smelling Val's tights or something.
Yeah. Well, let's assume that he did. It just wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
I feel
he
like
had to have, right?
He's like snatched those up and
is in jail with them.
He's in jail.
Wherever he went, like juvie. I don't know.
Well, he killed someone.
Oh yeah, but he did it because he was confused. Well, whatever. I just feel bad for that family because that Shinsky family is. Thanksgiving is probably.
Oh, it's not so good. It's not so good. And then why wasn't he eating? He wasn't eating.
Oh,
but
went
then
at the dinner.
He wasn't eating, but then he was eating so much. That was weird. Like,
yeah.
I guess he's not eating to get in shape. They never established him as, I don't know, they may have established him as a chubby kid.
Right, yeah.
Who longed to be with this, like, gorgeous ballet dancer. And so that's why he's on a diet. But then he's eating all that food for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he seemed troubled for sure. And I guess maybe... Yeah, I don't know. Like, he was probably dieting and then sees, like, Val with food. And then he's like, okay, well, then I'll eat food
maybe.
Because, when you see, like, really skinny people eat McDonald's, you're like, eating McDonald's isn't that bad.
Yeah,
and then you eat McDonald's.
I don't know why they went to that restaurant. He was so tired. He had those frozen pizzas. Why wouldn't he just go upstairs?
Yeah, he should have gone upstairs because it's really dangerous. Yeah. Like, oh, this is another thing. Like, clearly someone is after Val and like Andrew Preston is just like, just get a deadbolt. And it's like, why aren't you like putting him in a safe house or like have him stay at your apartment? Like what? You're just saying like stay alone in your apartment?
Yeah, just be there all the time.
Yeah. And like he was like, oh, that tree, I don't trust that tree.
Yeah, I don't know about that tree. Well, I don't know. I was there and that tree didn't make noise that night.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was rooting for them too. I liked the happily ever after. I really like loved this love that they had. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, and what did he call him at the end? He called himself, Val called himself, like Chaos on 2 feet or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What was that? It was so cute. I'm chaos on 2 feet. Are you though? You're not at all.
No, you're like, all you
You're
have
not
is
this hot-headed
tattoos.
dancer. You're not.
No.
He could have been more that. He really could have been more that.
Yeah, I mean, he's like at the right age to be it. Like has a lot of money. He's young. He's like sexy and like the most attractive person to ever like walk this planet. Like you
Yeah, there could have been more sex scenes with him sleeping with random guys.
totally, yeah, and like yeah, there absolutely could have. What was your favorite sex scene?
I guess it would be the intensity of the one when he just comes back and they're basically just like jerking each other off by the door.
Yeah.
I like that setup. I just have to come back and just have to do this. So I like that intensity. But I'll say the sex lacked. Again, there was no rimming. There was no eating of ass, which again, like you've described, there's so much. Tara Lain went into so much detail about this guy's butt,
Yeah.
To have this cop just go down on him like crazy would have been really great. But I don't know, maybe Tara Lain doesn't know that much about gay sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel, and he came really fast. I feel like that could have been way longer. But I did enjoy when he would talk about how, they're like, that was weird. And they were like, so do you want to have sex? I think so. And then when they're like, are you a top or a bottom? That was weird.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. As if, I don't know. It was, I didn't know that it came out of, stopped being the style of the book for a second.
Yeah, it felt like very transactional.
Are you a top or a bottom?
Yeah.
It could have been more flowery.
Agreed.
Or maybe they could have fucked each other. I liked how they described penises, like hard penises sticking out of guys' underwear.
Yeah, there were a lot of metaphors of like, not half-mast. I know everyone says that, but like they're like in his in his cock, like did the Giselle, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like they
yeah.
said ballet things, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, that was great. And constantly give us an update on their penises' rigidness. Like quarter, half full. Like we got lots of those. Yeah, and I think almost the dinner part was more exciting because it was so like, ooh.
Yeah, it's sometimes like the sexiest parts are like the stuff where
like
there's no
baba
sex.
ganoush and bread and like lemon tarts.
Yeah, like I definitely feel like that scene was like the sexiest scene.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because their first time they had sex was like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it happened right away. They should have had sex in the morning.
They should have had sex in his car when they were because
Oh yeah.
There's so many places where they could have had sex, but they just chose Val's beautiful
brownstone apartment,
which I'm so jealous of. Okay, so do you have any final thoughts? And do you want to give the book a rating, A through F?
Okay.
Feel free to use a sexy adjective before your A.
Okay.
Or F or B.
Well, I want to add this.
Sure.
What they discussed about dance belts, I really like that because he discussed how dance belts like really make your bulge look good, and that is true because it like basically rounds everything up and puts it like in one spot right in front of you. So I really enjoyed that. I'll give it a sweaty B. I'll give it a sweaty B.
A sweaty B. I love it. Okay, I really enjoyed this book. It's like I thought like it really. I know that you guessed who the killer was, but I feel like it really kept me guessing. I'm like, oh, like aside from it being really hot and having these like beautiful characters, I was like, it was a really good mystery too. And I was like hands down rooting for them and. I am giving it a hunky A-.
Oh, yes.
I'm a nice grader, but yeah. This was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Thank you so much for being a guest.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And I mean, I'm a fan of Tara Lain now.
You should read her second book.
Yeah. I really think he should have had sex with Mac and Trelane. That would have been a nice little,
a nice little threesome. But I want I want this to be like an addendum where Preston comes in and their like third husband comes in, and it's just like super beautiful group sex scene that is like the ballet of group sex, whatever that is.
Oh, see, there you go. And that would have been so nice.
I know.
Tara Lain, if you're listening. Yeah, in the interim when he was like mad at Andrew Preston for accusing him.
Yeah.
That's when I really thought him and Mac were going to do something. And then
Yeah.
Trelane was going to come and they were going to have sex in the car or something. So that would have been great. And then they, being the very like sweet put together throuple they are, they would have been like, oh no, we're not. That was just sex. And especially like when they talked about their naked photo shoot together, they kept teasing us with that.
I know. Well, here's the thing. Maybe you should do some fan fiction.
I'm just gonna write
Death
the
Dancer.
fan fiction, Death Dancer fan fiction. Mac, Trelane, Daniel, Andrew, and Val.
Yeah. Oh, nice 6-way. Good six.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy 6-way.
Five.
Fuck, you used 5 fingers. I did.
Wait, were you automatically placing yourself in that?
Well, yeah. That's why I fucking read these books, man. They're all just like devoted to like my pleasure. I mean, like, you guys have fun, but just like every 5 minutes when we come by, just give me a little dance.
I don't even I'm just gonna be outside if I can hear it.
Yeah, that's all I need to know. Or you could just like write it down later what happened. I'll read it.
Yeah, maybe I will put some time and effort into that.
Yeah. Okay, well.
I think everyone who reads this is probably wanting that.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, I'm like, who is, well, I know who's reading it. We're all reading it, but yeah.
Death Dancer.
I'm so curious if it's like, I have to figure this out if it's like more male readers or if it is female readers. I'm so curious.
Yeah, it's so interesting. What were those flowers about?
I think it was just like because there's this serial killer who is the prop master, and his thing is he just uses flower petals whenever he kills someone to make it pretty.
And then they said something about how the flowers were not from there. Oh. So then I thought that was going to lead to like, Willie got the flowers when they went out of town to wherever they went.
Oh, yeah.
So there was no more development. Because that could have been the clue. Like, these flowers are only seen in this area, and that's where they were.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, man. There's still so much more to discuss.
Yeah, to be continued.
To be continued. Part 2. Death Dancer Part 2. The death is continuing.
I have faith in Tara Lain.
Yeah.
I think she'll probably address this. She wants us to ask these questions, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, this is a series about murder and ballet, so there's like plenty of murder.
Yeah, what is the series called?
Oh shoot. Is it, let me see. It is
Dangerous
Dancers.
Dangerous Dancers.
Oh, there's going to be so much more danger for these dancers.
Yeah, I'm interested in reading another from the collection of Dangerous Dancers.
Oh my God, you should.
Yeah.
I kind of want to as well. Okay, well, thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thank you.
What a great discussion that was. You can follow TSTL on Twitter and Instagram at TSTL Podcast. And if you have a moment to review this podcast on iTunes, I can 100% promise you that you will meet the love of your life and have a happily ever after. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.